Home, sweet home.
It's definitely not been the easiest thing getting to this point, but if you guys saw my last video, there's a lot of things that I want to switch up, change, and work on from here. But now I finally know, from living a off-the-grid nomadic life, what kind of setup I want and what I'm going to change from this point on. So we got some goals to reach, but as of right now, this is the trailer setup that I have, and this is what I look forward to working on next.
Over everything, I'm just glad I have a nice comfy bed to come back to after a long day of work. But after getting this trailer, I did make a trip and go pick up all my lovely stuff that I had over at my homie's house. And it's really nice to have my TV back and my consoles and just my entertainment in general. And a couple other things I put together to be able to have everything working in here. Like my Jackery 500. The Jackery 500 has definitely been a huge help in just me having my connected life back to the internet again and reconnecting with everybody. And this is what I used for a while before I even went back to California and got the rest of my stuff, as I only had my laptop here. Just playing games off of my laptop was not bad at all, but to have my laptop again so I can just play games in bed from a controller while I watch TV, have my tablet to just be able to relax with while I'm watching a movie and ignoring the TV in the background has been really nice. But one thing I'm really happy about is that I have my computer back. Being able to run a full-fledged gaming setup and even running VR headset with full body trackers from a trailer was a lot to figure out. And a lot of people are wondering, internet and you always need Starlink and all these other things, but you really don't have to have Starlink. I'm actually running all my internet right here off of a T-Mobile router. They have a travel router that all you need is an outlet. And so as long as you give it power, you get internet. I guess right now I got some bad signal, but overall, it's been pretty efficient. And I've seen other people who have had some struggles with Starlink, and being able to game and stream off of this has really been a dream. What I'm most proud of, though, is that I turned the whole back bunk of the trailer and one of the spare beds into my own little reclined, extra cushiony chair gaming pit. And sure, I did everything kind of spur of the moment. It's not the most luxurious setup, but to be able to have a comfy spot to sit and everything working for my setup has been an absolute dream. And yes, I know some of these cables are kind of crazy, but overall, to have my gaming setup again, to be able to stream, talk to the homies on Discord, just to be able to relax in a comfy little spot like this, it's been so nice. I've missed my computer so much. And I even, like I said, made this whole little gaming pit myself with just the wood from the bottom bunk of the trailer that was already built into it when I bought it. So with using what materials I had, definitely not a bad setup. I've even fallen asleep in this chair a few times. Just being able to stream and just game with the homies and talk to people in Discord in a comfy setup that feels like something you would have at home. Obviously, it's not a gaming chair, but to be able to have that couch feel with all your entertainment setup has been just absolutely wild, honestly. And all of this has come from the new upgrade of the Anker F2600. I'm sure the lighting right there is terrible, but this alone has powered my computer, my internet, and powered for quite some time. I mean, it says it has 14 hours left of charge, and this isn't even at a full charge, which is absolutely amazing. So yeah, to be able to be off the grid with two big battery bank setups and using solar or using a gas generator to be able to have everything running, it's been absolutely awesome. There we go. Let's actually get some lights going on in here. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with the trailer setup for what I can do and what I have in it. But after being in this trailer for a few months now, I've noticed that I want to downsize even more. Being in the house that I bought in California, I realized I only used the bedroom, obviously the bathroom, and sometimes the kitchen just to cook or prep something small. If I wasn't eating takeout, of course, so just then throwing trash away. And I didn't need all that. I really didn't. And now being in this trailer, I've realized I want to travel way more than what this trailer will allow me to do, because it's hard to go into cities. It's hard to park on any single street or just go up and down some of these crazy street hills or inclines like if you were in San Francisco. I have friends in the Bay Area in California and other states that I want to go visit, and it's just so lumbersome carrying this whole trailer on the back of my, yeah, I wouldn't say super old, but getting old Chevy Tahoe. I mean, I bought that for $3,000 with under 200,000 miles though. So to find any Chevy Tahoe under 200,000 miles, that's a year 2000, was honestly a blessing, because it was my neighbor's car that I found. And to get this trailer with the hitch that I needed, all the connections, the sway bar to make sure driving it is even that much more stable, it was like everything was meant to come together the way it was. And I'm really happy that I got it. So overall, the trailer life has been pretty decent, especially right now. I'm out in the desert in BLM land where you can park anywhere and you won't be harassed or told to move too frequently or at all. And it's been nice. It really has been. It's been a lot of learning, and there's been some moments that have not been the easiest. But overall, living out here, having this trailer, having my whole studio and entertainment set up, it's, after not having it for months, especially not having my whole studio set up, my computer, any of my game consoles, has been a lot. And not having that for over 8 months, just having it stored over at my friend's house, just, it sucked. So to be able to have everything back is really a blessing. But now I know even this is too much space. I mean, just look at this. It's definitely a nice amount of space for sure. And I'm definitely glad I put in the work to be able to get this 100%. But even now I realize, with some of the videos that I've seen and some of the influencers, like Trent the Traveler and I just saw her, Steffi Lee. Some of the like awesome van setups I've seen from other people and so many other creators have really inspired me to look at what I have and think, is this really what I need? And it's absolutely not a bad setup. I mean, to have a working bathroom, which, oh yeah, that's right. Just a very quick side note. If you're gonna park in the desert, don't leave a window open, because I literally just cleaned this, and 10 minutes after leaving to get some drinks and come back and chill, my whole bathroom is absolutely covered in this desert Martian sand everywhere, and it's just like I literally spent so much time cleaning up the trailer to make a nice video. So yeah, close your windows if you're gonna park in the desert. Oh my god, I'm just gonna close this door and not think about this. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. Like, I literally did just clean everything out right after work. I came home, cleaned all the counters, threw away all the garbage that I had to do, got my laundry and everything organized, started making my bed, all the stuff that I'm supposed to do just to make sure I can feel at peace and have some kind of organization in my chaotic life that is now off the grid completely and supposed to be self-sustaining and all that stuff. And then just have my bathroom completely obliterated in seconds. For the homies that were in the Discord, I don't want anyone to be worried But yeah, the other night, or if you saw the video where I talked about it on YouTube that I posted the other day, I did not get a lot of sleep, and even last night. I mean, I slept a bit better, but I uh, I have been getting hit repeatedly out here with just crazy harsh winds, rocking the trailer, which again I did, you know, get a little bit better of a foundation and plant it down better so it's not going to go anywhere, but it still rocks a lot. And after having my trailer roll back one time, that rollback actually messed up one of the pipes that I have on the bottom that goes to my black and gray water tank, and it got water going through some parts of the floor. Luckily I didn't just break the waste tanks or anything like that, but yeah, it's got some water going through like one of the corners of the floor now. Just so much stuff. Even first getting this trailer, like the stove and everything works, but the oven didn't. The shower the shower is something I just wouldn't want to use in my trailer anyways. After realizing taking a shower here makes me go through my water so damn fast, it's it just doesn't feel worth it. Like I already have a gym membership and even showers at my job because I work a very dirty construction job with tons of cement and oil and all this kind of stuff that most of the time anyways I would want to shower the moment I got off of work at work so I wouldn't have to track all that nastiness inside. You know, I don't want to be bringing pieces of cement and oil and dirty, dusty clothes into my home just to have more to clean up later. So it is kind of like looking back on how I could have a certain setup. A van life would be a lot better. I'd be able to live in a van life without having to be feeling stuck. And honestly, even without having my own bathroom in a trailer, or maybe I guess there's some amazing content creators who do put full-fledged bathrooms inside Sprinter vans, which is crazy. So whether I have that or not, I see that I don't fully need it. You know, I guess maybe at least a bathroom, obviously sinks and stuff like that, but not really needing a full-blown shower because you can have a Planet Fitness gym membership or any other gym membership that's a 24-hour gym, and you could be able to go shower there at any time. And it helps you just get out the house anyways and not be a hermit. So it's like, do I need all this? Like, I really don't. The only thing that I realize I truly do need is having a really nice space. Not even like not even like a really nice setup, but just a nice space to be able to have my studio stuff. That's what's very important to me, honestly. So having this right here where I can work on any of my projects like my music, be able to stream, be able to put together videos, which I've been editing things like the laziest way just because I've had so much on my mind that I wanted to talk about. But yeah, to be able to work on more serious content, to be able to reconnect with everybody, be able to just sit back and chill and play games, like that is something I have not had in a long time. So yeah, I feel like the most important thing for me to have my own space is for me to just have my studio set up, for me to have somewhere to reconnect with people and relax. And I don't need that essentially in a trailer. I am glad that I have a big water reserve, I have a bathroom, I have somewhere to cook and clean my dishes, and of course having water, having all the electricity needs that I have, or needs that I want at least. It's nice. It really is nice. And the things that I realize now is as long as I have a space like this for a desk and I have that at least that big of a bed, I'm pretty happy with anywhere I am. But then I could travel so much easier. And that's kind of the whole point of why I wanted to start getting into RV and trailer life, you know? So that's what we're trying to put together now. So yeah, some of the first people I did talk to, they were in trailers. They were in trailer parks though. They were in spots that they were paying for rent so they could have their trailer there. And I'm not knocking on that at all, because if you have a trailer paid off and you have somewhere to park it that's cheap, where you can have water hookups and your electrical hookups, that is awesome. And for some people, if you guys don't know, if you guys are looking into trailer life, you can get a job with like campground hosting at pretty much any campsite where there's RV parking. If you sign up to be a campground host, you just like clean up the area, pick up trash, or do other little stuff around the campground, and they give you a free parking spot with electricity and water hookups, which is really nice. So essentially, you could still do a trailer life and live in a campground for absolutely free. I mean, it costs some time, of course, which time is money, and that's your life. That's spending time on doing something. But to spend a few hours cleaning up a campground that you stay in anyways, and I'm sure people want to have a nice community that they stay in, doesn't sound too bad, or it doesn't sound at least nearly as bad as paying so much money in rent in an actual city. So, I don't know, there's pros and cons to everything, right?
But the whole reason that I wanted to get into trailer life, excuse me, I can hear how tired I am still. Goodness. But the whole reason I got into the trailer life or the nomad life is because I was sick of paying bills. I wanted to feel not restricted or chained to the house that I was living in. And so we did accomplish that. But after being in this trailer, I see that, not being at a campground with hookups and not being able to fully go back to the city where I want to is kind of still hindering me in where I can travel. I mean, sure, I could travel to the city if I like go to a friend's house and go visit them, but it's not like a long-term situation where I'd be able to park just anywhere in the city at any time like you can with a vehicle. And that's what I want to fix. I want to be able to not be stuck, not being able to just go wherever I want. So it does look like the trailer has been nice, but it does look like I want to actually look into saving up a little bit more money and working on some kind of Sprinter van and setting that up instead. So it is possibly going to be a series that I work on, just showing you guys just updates with life, showing the situation, showing the overall setup, but there's some changes that I definitely want to make, for sure.
Like I was saying, I'm really happy that I have a spot that has power, that is together, a place where all my stuff is safe and organized, where I can have a space like this to be able to live comfortably and chill. I mean, just being able to game and connect with the homies again is so important to me. It really is. And powering all this, having all the entertainment you could possibly want off the grid was definitely a lot to figure out. That's probably another video and stuff that I'm going to talk about soon. Just getting used to all this with figuring out how much power you need, how much solar you need. Of course, I looked at videos of like the actual solar diagrams, the inverters, the converters, the the battery banks, the solar panels you need, how much wattage, all that stuff. And it's definitely a lot to think about for sure. But having things like the Jackery and the Anker just shipped to you right off the bat that you can just immediately plug things into, have charged up, whether in a wall jack or with a solar panel, was just so easy and convenient at the moment. And first getting into all of this after being in a rut for so long was just the ideal. It was just the ideal move for me, honestly. I absolutely want to build a Sprinter van that has all of the actual solar like components built into it by hand, but I can't lie, the Anker's been really nice, dude. It's charged. It's what I make my coffee with in the morning. It's what I have my heater with. It's what runs my heater. It's what runs my Wi-Fi, my gaming PC, all those things at once, and lasts for days. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's something that I'm really glad that I got. And even if I have a Sprinter van, I'd probably implement those things in there still, because I don't want to get rid of them. Of course, they're nice, but it's been a lot to figure all this out. And so I don't know. it's like, where do I go from here, you know? I could possibly get myself into a Sprinter van and start connecting all the solar that I need. But if I didn't have these power banks right off the bat, I'd probably be sitting there frustrated again, just struggling and eager to get them set up and feeling overwhelmed at moments where you're living in a van, you're trying to upgrade the van and work on it at the same time. It's not the easiest thing to do for sure. And there's so many amazing content creators out there, but some of these content creators that have a whole workshop at their fingertips don't have as much stress building their van if they're able to not be forced to work on it while they're living in it at the same time. And of course, some of them have some good family members. And for anyone who does have a workshop, does work on their van and then goes and travels and then lives in it full time, basically, if they're working on it from a family member's house or whatever it is, I mean, more power to you. That's truly awesome. But figuring all this out while you're stuck in a rut has been overwhelming, dude. It's been overwhelming for sure. Sure, I could have started getting these things ready when I still had my house, but just with the trauma and stuff that I had happen in my house, I just was ready to get out of there. And so to make the change over to getting this trailer, setting all this up, and finally being okay again, and honestly feeling a lot better mentally, doing a lot better physically and mentally with getting myself in a new situation, and just really focusing on working on myself, working on my health, and just working on being a happier person has really changed me to being able to set all this up and be a person that's proud of myself again, you know? It's been a lot. It's been definitely hard, but we're doing it. And I'm sorry, guys, if I've rambled a bit or just been a little shaky when I talk. One, I'm so tired from the wind. It's been insane living out here in the desert, not knowing that there was such high winds out here, because it does get absolutely crazy. But it's been emotional, dude. It's been absolutely emotional. Going from having structure and a home to the exact opposite in such a short period of time. And then going from being so driven and not having any of the things that I had before, getting out of the situation that I was in after my friend passed, and just figuring out how to rebuild everything from scratch, but then doing it with a different plan and what I want to do now. It's been wild. So I really am happy where I'm at now with just knowing exactly what I want and what I'm looking for. But I feel like you can watch so many videos. There's tons of awesome content creators out there, but so many of them have different, well, there's so many content creators out there that are doing the nomadic life or like the travel style living. But so many of them have different setups. Some people are at campgrounds with a trailer that's completely hooked up at all times. Some people are in trailers that they drive, or just a all-in-one RV, right? Not dragging a trailer with their SUV like my setup is. And some people are in just a van. So it really is something you have to step back and figure out exactly what your needs are if you're going to be living a nomadic life. But after being in this trailer for a while and seeing how I use it and seeing some of the other content creators out there, I hope I'm right when I say I think I'd much rather prefer a big van that I could build a full desk in, that's obviously tall, like a Sprinter van that's tall enough for me to stand in, for me to have a full-fledged bed set up like I have over there with my TV and entertainment at the end of it, where I can have my game consoles, where I can have a sink and a stove in it, and it might be a little more compact. It might feel a little bit more compact at moments especially, but overall it is something I've noticed, because I haven't even been using like my dining set, for example. Like, I absolutely hate to admit it, but I would rather just eat in bed or eat at my computer. Like, I have literally hardly used this at all, which I guess one amazing thing about it is it turns into a bed itself. It lowers down to the base of where the seats are at, and you can use all the cushions to make a bed. But I don't think I would even use that because the height of the anchor, and don't mind the cable management, I literally just moved things around and I'm still going to be setting up my cables. But the anchor right here is taller than, you see the notch right there goes alongside the wood? It's taller than the bed goes. So overall, I got a trailer that basically has 1, 2, 3, and 4 beds in it. And I've basically turned it into just being a 1-bed trailer. Because there's my bed there. The dining set here in the middle doesn't work into turning into a bed as long as my power bank is underneath it. My top bunk over here is storage. And the bottom bunk over here has been sawed up to being a whole studio booth gaming setup. Which, I mean, honestly, if in case of emergency someone had to stay over here, I'd rather let them sleep in my bed while I stay on my computer all night, or just sleep in the chair, because this is absolutely comfortable to me. So when I look at that, it's like, do I really need to have such a big trailer with 4 beds in it that I basically use for storing a power bank, extra storage, and then just a desk? I mean, of course, I'm laying on my bed now, so I do use this bed, obviously. But I don't need all that. I do need a smaller setup, so we'll see what we could do with customizing a Sprinter van, a U-Haul, a repurposed U-Haul truck. I don't know. I really don't know yet. But I guess it's kind of just going to be the first thing that I find that seems the most reliable, that has the best mileage, that seems not broken down too much, because that's what I worry about with my car all the time. My car, the trailer, I mean, this trailer that I'm in now is from like the 80s, 82, I think, if that's right. I think so. But yeah, as long as it's reliable and has the space that I need for a bed, a desk, I can put a sink setup in it and a stove. It's really all I want. So, shouldn't be too hard to figure that out. Say one of the biggest things that was scary to figure out was the water situation. But luckily, if you're anywhere between, I guess just not California, like Las Vegas, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, everywhere in between, there's tons of different gas stations or RV pit stops, like Mavericks. Those gas stations, a lot of them, not all of them, have an RV dump, so you can dump your black and gray water tanks. And if you go to, obviously, like an RV ground, some of them you do have to pay for, unfortunately, but you can fill up your water, you can dump your tanks, and it shouldn't cost you too much to just do that for one day. So even in California and other spots, there might not be a Maverick to dump your tanks. There's obviously going to be spots you have to pay for, but across the whole entire country, there is free places you can dump your water tanks, you can refill them up. Showering at the gym, if you don't want to run through your water super fast, or if you don't have a shower in your van life camping, or if your shower doesn't work in your trailer or something like that, there is a lot of options that cost way less than just paying a water bill in a house. So you might have to move yourself around at moments with your whole setup to be able to replenish your tanks or empty them, but overall, to be able to have internet, not have a bill for rent, mortgage, electricity, water, all those things, it's been a lot to figure out. But I mean, honestly, like, if you guys saw the last video, I explained it. I was homeless when I was a young kid. To be able to live like this and not have bills, like when I was a homeowner, having to deal with tenants, just paying all the bills myself when I decided to live alone for a while, just all the different things. It's pretty fucking fresh, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, it's cool. It's really nice. But we're gonna have more updates soon for sure. I'm definitely gonna be planning out getting a different setup, and if I can get that fast, maybe I'll just give this away to someone who could use it, or maybe I'll just sell that and put those sales, put the money from that and the funds in that into building out the Sprinter van a little bit more, just to know it's going to be more reliable, more comfortable, and all that. But overall, yeah. First few months of living actually off the grid, being technically homeless with, I mean, like a luxury version of being homeless at that, it's not been too bad. The biggest thing that has been harsh is just my location, dealing with the wind, and unfortunately, like the other night, if you guys saw the video in Discord, my trailer rolled off the jacks. It rolled back, and it rolled back down a little bit of a ditch, and that's what ended up causing the water damage. That's what ended up popping my spare tire of my trailer that's on the back of it. It was a mess. So having to pull that out of the ditch, get it right back on the jacks, like solidify the foundation a little bit more to make sure that doesn't happen again. It's been a lot, and the last couple of days with the wind rocking the trailer have definitely kept me up at night because I've been scared that would happen again. But after feeling the crazy high winds that we had and not even budging, I mean, sure, it rocked back and forth, but it didn't roll forward or backwards at all. It didn't feel like it was budging off of the jacks a single bit. So with that, I've got a little bit more peace of mind now, which is good. But I want to come back to the Bay. I want to see the Bay again real soon. I want to come visit some friends. I want to go back down to Los Angeles at some point and just see friends and family. Just see the area again and be able to camp wherever I want. Be able to open that front door of a different, maybe smaller trailer setup or a Sprinter van and just be able to be in a different location all the time is really the dream. So I'll keep you guys posted once the funds are there, once I start looking for vans, once I start building it out and setting it up. And I'll probably be doing a couple other videos on the solar packs that I have, what it's like gaming from an off-the-grid setup, what you need to expect, because I've seen a lot of people who have done off-the-grid gaming, and it's been pretty cool to see, but there was one thing I didn't suspect, and it's how much wattage your computer needs, and the fact that it changes. When you run a game, obviously, that ramps up. When you're just idling, browsing on the internet, maybe working on a smaller program, just watching some YouTube, it goes way down. So, yeah, it's things like that that you learn exactly what your usage is and exactly what your needs are once you have the setup. But I mean, it's not too hard to figure out. Unfortunately, my coffee machine uses the most watts out of anything, but obviously that's converting just pure energy straight into heat. So like, yeah, of course. But you don't have to run a coffee pot for 12 hours. It's like 10 minutes and your coffee's done. So really, it's not that bad. It doesn't even use like 1% of the battery pack. And the Anker F2600, if I'm just doing basic stuff on my computer, that can literally last me anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. If I'm playing games, probably more on the 12-hour side, but if I'm working on some music or just talking to friends on Discord or working on a project that's not a high graphic intense game, the pack will literally run 24 hours. And that's when I can pull out solar panels or connect my solar panels, because they're folded up right now because I don't have like nailed in ones on the roof. But can use my computer all night long, pull out solar panels, let it charge up during the daytime, and be good. And I'm not going to obviously stay up 2, 3, 4 days in a row. So to stay up one night, all night, and then some of the next day and have the solar work the entire time and my computer never shut off is a blessing for sure. To figure out that you don't need Starlink, I mean, maybe we'll upgrade to it eventually, but it is more expensive. So for the fact that I already have a T-Mobile account and I could just go there and ask about their travel router and they didn't even charge me anything, like right off the bat, they're like, oh, you have credit on your account. So yeah, you can have the router and the bills will kick in next month and you'll just be paying the internet bill like normal. No setup fees, no fee for the router, nothing like that. It's been pretty nice. So yeah, it did come together pretty well. If you're doing it on a budget and you think you need Starlink, or you're not sure exactly overall the things you need, I mean, just get a power bank if you want to get solar packs, or if you're thinking about building it all out yourself, like just to really get into everything for the first time yourself, to get a power bank, to get a travel router, to just get the things that are set up to be the easiest solution is super nice. But I will do a video on the internet itself. I will do a video on the power banks, the wattage I use for my PC, different projects like that, and I will be keeping you guys posted about what kind of new setup I get or how long I stay in this trailer, because I have no idea at the moment, but that's something we'll figure out soon. But I appreciate you guys, everyone who's been keeping me posted on just letting me know how your life is going, for everyone who's been reaching out and asking me how I'm doing with this new setup and just everything in between. It has been crazy. And yes, guys, I know it was stressful with the trailer rolling back and just me being stressed out, but I am good. I don't need you guys to worry. But I really appreciate everyone in the Discord who has been showing hella support. You guys mean the world to me. So yeah, I know there's some people in the Discord call right now. I saw you guys all hop in earlier before I even got off work. So I'm gonna go get in Discord. I'm gonna go play some games with the homies, and I will see you guys soon. But yeah, appreciate you guys coming through and watching this video. It really means a lot. Like I said, I'm gonna hop in Discord, play some games with the homies, and I'm gonna chill for the rest of the night because I do have work in the morning. But until the next video, I will see you guys later. Lotus out. Oh, there we go. Hey yo, what you guys up to? Oh yeah. No, I know. No, I'm really proud of him too. It's gonna be good for him, but no, I don't think that part's gonna happen. So we'll see.